Hey folks, welcome back to Unit 5 of CIS 110. We are continuing on in Microsoft Excel this week. We talked on Monday a little bit just kind of about the history of the spreadsheet, going from paper to computer. We talked about VisiCalc. Now, let's talk about Excel. Microsoft being Microsoft, they got a foot in the door to really dominate with DOS and then Windows. They kind of became the operating systems that just everybody used. In the early days, we're talking the 70s, the early even to mid 80s, individual homebrew programmers were kind of making and selling applications, word processors, spreadsheet programs. Presentation didn't even exist at that point in time. We'll talk about that with PowerPoint. And then here comes Microsoft. Microsoft in kind of the mid to late 80s, I want to say around 86, 87, they said, hey, let's make a spreadsheet. They did, because it works with their operating system. So Excel comes along, and of course everybody's like, well, I know Windows, I know Microsoft, I trust Microsoft. They start using Excel. Now, one of the things that we want to talk about here is using spreadsheets in your careers. And a lot of people are like, well, I'm not necessarily working with numbers. Why would I ever need to use a spreadsheet? For starters, we all have to process and manage our money. So start there. Put together a budget. I used to do this all the time. I used to have a little PDA. They were kind of like smartphones before smartphones were real. They didn't have phone connectivity or anything else, but I had portable Excel on this PDA, and I kept track of if I got money, added it. If I spent money, what am I spending it on? What day? How much? And it kept track. So if nothing else, the ability to budget and see how much you have coming in, how much is going out, what is going out on, is mad powerful. A lot of careers, if you are engaging in any kind of financial operations, not even financial, any kind of numeric data, data analysis is quickly becoming a very big field, and a lot of that is fueled by Microsoft Excel. But it doesn't even have to be that. If you really kind of go under the hood, it's way beyond the scope of this class, but if you really go under the hood, you can set cell types in Microsoft Excel, and you can write scripts, and they can give you a lot of information. So keep that in mind as you're going through. Kind of open your mind. Look, I'll be the first person to tell you, Excel and spreadsheets are the hardest of the big three. Like, when we think about Microsoft Office, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Come on, Excel even gets last billing when most people talk about it. Word, most people learn these days pretty young, because, especially in elementary school, ever since the millennials came along, computers are in every school. There's a computer lab. You're going to learn word processing on Microsoft Word. And then here comes PowerPoint in the 90s. People are starting to put together presentations on PowerPoint, but everybody just kind of leaves poor little Excel alone. And then you get into a class like this, where you have to use Excel, and it can be a little uncomfortable. It can be a little awkward. And so I'll be the first person to tell you, it's a leap to go from Word and PowerPoint into Excel, but it can be done. Like I said on Monday, just go slow, be careful, take your time. Now, it is Wednesday. We are not quite halfway through. We're 2 days in. Opens on a Monday. It's Wednesday. But just keep making progress. Keep working on stuff. You all know if you need me, you can grab me in Microsoft Teams. I check Teams every day. I check my email every day. If anything's going on, anything I can help you with, please get in touch. Beyond that, I will see you all for Friday. Have a good day, folks.